Do you ever wake up tired even after what should have been a good night's sleep? Or hit that 3 p.m. crash, you're foggy, irritable and reaching for caffeine just to stay focused? So quick question before we dive in. Which one sounds most like you? The morning fatigue or the afternoon slump? Just drop in the comments, I'd love to know. So if that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Millions of women, especially over 40, experience ongoing fatigue, low mood and brain fog even when the blood tests come back normal. And while it's easy to blame hormones, stress or lack of sleep, there are two nutrients that often sit at the root of it all, and that's vitamin B12 and magnesium. Hi, I'm Sonia Hollis, a qualified nutritional therapist, and in today's video we're going to be uncovering how these two power nutrients work together to boost your energy, support your mood and help your metabolism run smoothly. We'll cover how B12 and magnesium supports your cells and nervous system, why deficiency symptoms are so easily missed, and the best ways to restore your energy safely and naturally. But before we dive in, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, turn on your notifications so you never miss my weekly tips. Alright, let's get started. If you've ever said, I'm just exhausted all the time, even when you're eating well and trying to rest, it might not be your motivation. It might be your mitochondria. Now, your mitochondria are tiny powerhouses inside every cell, and they rely on nutrients like vitamin B12 and magnesium to create energy, the actual ATP that fuels your muscles, brain, and metabolism. Without enough of either nutrient, your cells slow down, like a car running on fumes. So the result? Fatigue, low mood, poor concentration, and sometimes even anxiety or muscle pain. So let's break down what each one does and why they work so powerfully together. So vitamin B12, also known as cobalamin, is essential for your red blood cells, your brain and energy production. Now it helps to convert food into usable energy, supports your myelin sheath, that's the insulation around your nerves, and plays a central role in methylation, the process that keeps your mood and metabolism in balance. So if your B12 is low, you might notice constant fatigue or weaknesses, brain fog or poor memory, tingling hands or feet, low mood or anxiety, even dizziness or pale skin. So a quick check-in. Have you ever had your B12 tested? Or maybe you're already taking a supplement but still feel tired? Comment yes or no below. I'd love to know how many of you can relate to this. Now, research shows that low B12 can increase levels of homocysteine, which is a marker linked to fatigue, cognitive decline, and even cardiovascular risk. And here's the catch. Your blood test might still say normal because standard tests measure total B12, not the active forms that your cell actually uses. So who's most at risk? Anyone over 50, because stomach acid and intrinsic factor declines with age. Vegans or vegetarians, people on metformin or acid blocking meds like omeprazole, and those with gut issues such as IBS, celiac or SIBO. So if that's you, even a good diet might not be enough, because the issue isn't just intake, it's absorption. Now, if you've seen my other video on why you're not absorbing B12, you'll remember how low stomach acid, medications and genetics all play a role. Now, here's where magnesium comes in, because even if your B12 levels are fine, you still won't feel energized if magnesium is low. Now, that's because magnesium is needed for every single step of ATP production. Your body literally can't make energy without it. It's involved in over 300 biochemical reactions, including muscle and nerve function, blood sugar regulation, mood and sleep balance, bone strength, and most importantly, cellular energy metabolism. So low magnesium can show up as fatigue or weaknesses, muscle cramps or restless legs, anxiety or poor sleep, brain fog, headaches, or even heart palpitations. So quick question, do any of these sound familiar, like the restless legs, the poor sleep, or the wired but tired feeling? Let me know in the comments below if you're thinking magnesium might be something that you struggled with. Now, one major review found that up to 50% of adults don't meet the recommended magnesium intake, and deficiency rises with age due to poorer absorption, medications, and stress. Now, stress actually burns through magnesium faster, so if you're tired and stressed, you're depleting it daily without realising. So here's where it gets fascinating. Vitamin B12 and magnesium actually depend on each other. So magnesium activates the enzymes that help B12 function properly inside your cells. At the same time, B12 supports methylation, a process that keeps magnesium and other B vitamins recycling efficiently. So think of them like two gears in your body's energy engine. If one slows down, the other one can't turn. Low magnesium can make your B12 supplements less effective, while low B12 can reduce your body's ability to use magnesium efficiently. So that's why some people who are starting to take B12 supplements don't feel any better, because they're still missing the magnesium. And the science backs this up. A 2020 review paper published in Nutrients called Vitamins and Minerals for Energy, Fatigue and Cognition found that magnesium and B vitamins, particularly the B12, work together in the same biochemical pathways that support mitochondrial energy production, mood regulation, and brain function. The researchers explained that magnesium is essential for activating B vitamins, while B12 supports the methylation and neurotransmitter processes that depend on magnesium, meaning that when one is low, it can magnify the effects of the other. So as you can see, both magnesium and B12 are part of the same biochemical engine that turns food into energy, from the citric acid cycle right through to the ATP production. And you'll also notice some other nutrients in this pathway, like vitamins B1, B2, B3 and iron, all working together behind the scenes. But magnesium and B12 are two of the most common weak links when it comes to low energy and fatigue. So together they help to boost ATP, your body's energy currency, support neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine for your mood and focus, helps to maintain stable blood sugar, supports the nervous system and muscle relaxation, and reduce stress-related fatigue and tension. So this combination is especially important for women over 40, when hormonal changes, lower stomach acid, and increased stress all make both nutrients harder to maintain. So let's talk about food first, because that's always your foundation. So when it comes to vitamin B12, think of foods from the sea and the farm. Wild salmon, tuna and sardines are excellent sources, perfect in a salmon salad or grilled with leafy greens for lunch. Beef, eggs and occasionally a serving of liver can also help to top up your levels, while dairy foods like yogurt or cheese add an extra boost. If you're vegan or mostly plant-based, choose fortified options such as oat or almond milk or nutritional yeast sprinkled over soups and pastas. For magnesium, aim for colour and crunch. A morning smoothie with spinach, banana and almond butter gives you a strong start. Snack on pumpkin seeds or enjoy a small piece of dark chocolate after a meal. Build dinners around foods like quinoa, lentils and roasted vegetables with avocado. Even something simple like chickpea and kale stir fry or overnight oats with cashew butter can help you meet your daily needs. And a tip, combining magnesium-rich foods with protein and B vitamin sources like fish, eggs or legumes helps to improve absorption and gives you steadier energy throughout the day. And if your diet's already balanced but fatigue or mood issues persist, supplements can help, especially B12 in its active form. So think of your methyl forms or the adenosylcobalamin, and magnesium glycinate or malate for energy and stress support. Now, I've covered exactly how to choose the right vitamin B12 supplement in this video here. So check that out next if you'd like to know about which forms actually work best. If you're not sure which nutrient you might be low in, testing is worth it because guessing rarely works long term. So for vitamin B12, ask your doctor or practitioner about active B12, MMA and homocysteine. For magnesium, the standard blood test isn't really ideal because it measures serum levels, not what's inside your cells. So if possible, request red blood cell magnesium, which gives a far more accurate picture of your true magnesium status. So these tests can help you understand whether your fatigue, mood swings or poor concentration are linked to nutrient imbalances and give you a more personalised roadmap for recovery. So quick question, have you ever had any of these tests done, or is this the first time that you're hearing about them? Let me know in the comments below. And if you'd like an easier place to start, I do offer at-home blood testing options for both the UK and US, so covering energy, thyroid, liver and general nutrient panels. So I'll include some links for you in the description below. And if you'd like to see what the B12 tests actually look like and how to interpret them, I cover this step by step in this video here. So in summary, feeling constantly tired isn't about willpower or sleep. It's about giving your cells the raw materials that they need to make energy. Vitamin B12 and magnesium are two of the most overlooked nutrients that can help to restore that spark naturally. B12 supports red blood cells, nerves and mood. Magnesium fuels your mitochondria and calms your nervous system. Together, they help your brain, muscles and metabolism work in harmony. So if you're always tired, anxious or struggling with low energy, look beyond caffeine and quick fixes. Start with the basics: nutrition, absorption and testing. And remember, balance, not overload, is what brings real results. So that's it for now. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe and check out our other videos on this channel. And if you'd like to support this channel and the free education content that I share each week, you can tap the super thanks button below. It really helps me to keep this channel going and give you practical evidence-based support. Okay, take care and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.